What's going on, y'all? It's Caleb again, coming back with another sports reaction video. Just want to talk about the the first weekend in the 2017 Ncaa tournament. Okay, the second and third rounds have been completed. Man, my bracket is shattered right now. My bracket is shattered, man. And, I mean, first of all, I just want to get to the Thursday, Friday, the first of the games. Like they call it the second round. You know, I could still call it the first round. You know, there was like no real upsets. I mean, honestly, there was like no real upsets. I picked Butler to get beat. I picked some other teams to get beat too, and they all backfired. They all backfired, man. I don't think it was a 13-4 upset. You know, I don't think I picked a couple of them too. I know I picked Butler for one, and man, I think almost everyone got the Middle Tennessee beating Minnesota. You know, jeez. I mean, but everywhere else, I mean, that first day, it was like the higher seeds were like 7-1 at one point, with Middle Tennessee being the only actual upset. Like, geez, man, the lower seeds did not come through for me this year, man. The lower seeds did not come through. Now, when you pick all the higher seeds, then the lower seeds come through. I mean, I'm talking about specifically in the second round of 64. Round of 64, you know, I'm specifically talking about that. You know, there was no real upset in the round of 64. You know, that everyone thought. Everyone thought. You know, mostly all the higher seeds got through. You know, that now the 6-11. I think that's always like an even matchup in the 10-7 matchup. That's always like a even matchup. So I really don't count those. I just count the 5-12, 4-13, 3-14, 2-15, and all that. You know, those are the ones I really look at as, you know, for upsets. You know, yeah, Wichita State beat Dayton a lot. Everybody saw that coming. I can't believe that Wichita State was a 10 seed anyway. You know, everybody sees the 10-7s, the 6-11s. You know, that's a toss up. You know, but the like I said, the 4-13, the 3-14, you know, 2-15. Those are the games where, like, damn, nothing happened this year. But, man, the round of 32, though, man, Saturday and Sunday, especially Sunday, like, oh, my gosh. So many close games. But if, of course, the headline of Saturday, I believe it was Saturday, Wisconsin defeats number 1 overall seed, defending national champion, Villanova. It was a hell of a game. I mean, what was that? Koenig and Hayes, man, the Broke Badger. You know, the one on College Game Day had the Broke Badger sign, had the story about, you know, again, to bring up the top of the athletes and being paid, you know, and all that stuff. You know, that last shot, that head fake, whoo. Oh man, and then getting around the defender, it was just that one head fake. I think the head fake gave it away. That was just a hell of a move. Goes under the basket, gets the game-winning bucket, and then Villanova not be able to get off a shot. I think it was down 3. Yeah, And Villanova not being able to get off a shot at the end, I was like, man. I mean, I think that was the upset of Saturday. Sunday, Michigan defeats number 2 Louisville. The magical run continues for the Wolverines. If you follow college basketball, you know the story about now. You know the story about Michigan. Their flight their takeoff almost ended tragically. Couldn't get off the ground because of high winds. Went back down toward the ground. I think it said it was high winds. They took off, and then the airplane hit the ground again, and then I think they said they ran into a fence or something, almost went to a forest, almost went to some trees. I mean, the plane was shot, you know. Man, you remember they played the first game of the Big Ten tournament in their practice jerseys, because their jerseys were still on a plane. Their jerseys, their regular game jerseys were still on a plane. They had to go play the first game of the Big Ten tournament in their practice jersey. And not just that, they arrived like, what was that? They got to the arena like an hour before. You know, everybody else is there, you know, all rested up, and they just now getting there, and they go on to win the Big Ten tournament. They win their first round game, and then they beat Louisville. I mean, Louisville's a good team, man. Louisville's a good team. That kid Wagner, whoa. I mean, you talk about some grown man basketball. Back to the basket, spin move off the defender, getting the hook shot, the layup, the finger roll, bringing the George Gervin finger rolls in there. Boy, that career high 26 in the win against Louisville. That dude was on. They had Derek Walton Jr. making plays. Then you had DJ Wilson making those 4 clutch free throws down the stretch, and then getting a block on Mitchell. You know, even though they were up 4, you know, if Mitchell makes that shot, they only down. Louisville's only down 1. You know, and then you foul. Obviously, you foul again, but then then Louisville will only be down 3, and then they'd have a chance to tie the game. I mean, but Michigan's probably, I heard it in the broad telecast, one of the best overall team shooting. I think the team is averaging 80%. That's beautiful. When a team averages 80% shooting from the free throw line, you ain't beating them. You ain't beating them too often, man. You know, you got to beat them other phases of the game to be the team that shoots 80% from the free throw line. Because you might as well just go ahead and give them the 2 points before they step their toe near the line, man. Near the charity stripe, you know. But hey, that was a huge upset, man. That was huge, because I actually had the Louisville going out of the Midwest bracket. I don't know about a lot of other people, but I actually had Louisville going to the Final Four out of the Midwest region. Now that's over. And then my biggest upset, late Sunday night. This is Monday. You probably see this Tuesday, but late Sunday night, the South Carolina Gamecocks defeating Duke. Man, I was bragging so hard on Duke, man. As a seven-man lineup. You know, they didn't go that deep, but all 7 dudes could hurt you. All 7 dudes could hurt you. You know, Tatum, Kennard, Allen, Jefferson, Jackson. I'm missing a couple other dudes, but, you know, all those dudes could hurt you at any time. You know, I just thought that they had what it took. I mean, as far as a team aspect. The South Carolina just came out and gave them the business. They gave them the business. Now, South Carolina did have an advantage playing in South Carolina, so they could get most of their fans in the building supporting them. Of course, it still is a neutral site, but South Carolina was able to get the majority of their fans in the building to help them out. You know, I mean that's one thing. You know, a lot of Duke people are pissed on they got a more bad draw playing in the South Carolina crowd. Please get that out of here. But yeah, man, South Carolina came to play, man. It broke my heart because Duke was my champion. Duke was my champion in my bracket, you know, in my actual thought bracket. You know, I got a bunch of other brackets where I got this team winning, 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 you know, just what's the word for it? I'll just say this, I got a bunch of throwaway brackets that are doing a hell of a lot better than my original bracket, which I had Duke as the champion. Actually, I had Duke in about a couple of other throwaway brackets too. I had a bunch of different scenarios, but none of them worked out for a perfect bracket, you know, as of now, you know. But man, it was a hell of an upset by South Carolina. You know, I was saying the real upsets didn't happen until the round of 32 games. The round of 32 games, you know, and now we have the Sweet 16. Sweet 16, 3 number 1 seeds left. Kansas, of course, Gonzaga, and UNC. We barely survived last night. Barely. It was a lot of close calls last night. Sunday night, man. It was a lot of close calls. It was crazy. You know, you felt like anybody could have went down last night, man. North Carolina, Kentucky almost lost to Wichita State. Woo. Man, it was crazy Sunday night, man. It was crazy. But Sweet 16, my champion is gone. Like I said, my champion was Duke. And you got to look at who's left, you know, and who's played the most impressive ball. Obviously, it would be Kansas, you know, because both of their games were, you know, they did what they were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do. That was also something I picked. I actually picked who was that? I forgot it. The team that Michigan State beat. I got a horrible memory. horrible memory. I actually picked Michigan State to lose in the first round. They played a hell of a game in the first round. They beat. I forgot who that was. But then they almost had Kansas, but then they fell apart late. After Bridges got hurt at the beginning of the game. I don't think he was ever the same after that. But he was ever the same type of player that he could be, you know, and that really hurt Michigan State down the stretch. So yeah, Kansas was able to pull away in that one, and they look like the favorite right now. Kansas looks like the favorite. I know my boss would love this if he heard me say it, but you know, yeah, it was. I mean, around the 32 games were crazy. It was something, man. It was something. You know, like I said, Kansas looks like the team to beat. If I had to pick a champion, I would actually pick North Carolina because I think North Carolina will start playing like North Carolina. You know, because I think they would be the second deepest team yet. I know a lot of y'all think you from North Carolina, huh? You saying Duke and North Carolina is going to win it all and stuff. No, I'm not from North Carolina. I'm from Missouri. You know, my team ain't in the tournament. Kansas is the second team goes to me. Everyone around here in my area, Kansas City, Missouri, oh, rock chalk. You know, I mean, it's easy to get caught up in Kansas. I don't trust them. I like them. I don't trust them. The last few years, I just don't trust them, man. I just know it's coming. I know it's coming. I mean, I may be wrong. They might go ahead and win a title and shut me up. But I'm just saying, I know it's coming. But anyway, yeah, man. Sweet 16 game should be good. Kansas taking on Purdue right here in Kansas City, Missouri. Michigan, Oregon game. That should be something too. You know, can Michigan actually get to the Elite Eight, man? And if Michigan sees Kansas, I think Michigan can do it, man. I think Michigan can do it. I mean, again, you know, like I said, I mean, it's not that I don't like Kansas, man, but you know, Kansas is prone for that upset, and they have proven in years past. They've proven it. They've proved it in years past, you know. So, you know, you never know. I mean, UCLA is strong too. Arizona is a favorite, you know, because the Final Four is in Phoenix. If they can get to the Final Four, you already know who'd have the home court advantage. That didn't work for Michigan State a few years ago, but yeah, I mean, it did work almost worked for Butler, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. You know, I will be watching. Hopefully, you guys will be too. But let me know what y'all think about the tournament so far. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Like I said, leave me a comment about what you thought about the tournament so far. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next time.